Welcome everybody to another video. This one is exciting for me because thanks to my beautiful wife, she got me what I wanted for a long time. She got me a full exhaust for my car. She ended up getting me the Remus Catback Open exhaust, the race exhaust. Total surprise, when I went downstairs to go look at the packages, I just saw this huge box. And I had no idea what it was until I saw the little label on the front. It said Remus. And I want to show you guys how big this box was. I know exhaust boxes are probably huge, but like for some reason I wasn't expecting a box to be this big. I'm 6'1", and the box is taller than me. I gotta figure out a way to get this box inside of my car. I'm gonna fold down the seats, try to put it in there. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna empty it out and then put all the exhaust parts in the car and see if that works out. As I got it, I started trying to figure out who to get it installed from. I was gonna go back to the same people I got the muffler delete from, Fort Washington Muffler. It's a great little shop owned by a father and son. But I decided to switch things around. I went to a different shop that was recommended to me. While I was there and they finished installing the exhaust, they brought the car down from the lift and I started it for the first time. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed in the sound. I thought it was going to be a little bit louder than that. It kind of sounded like my muffler delete and just a little bit better than the muffler delete. Started thinking like, damn, did I make the wrong choice with installing this exhaust? Then I started driving around a bit and I definitely noticed the performance increase. The car picks up like crazy, accelerates like crazy. And so I was, feeling better about it. When I felt even more better about it was when I did a cold start. Then I definitely noticed a difference between the muffler delete and the Remus exhaust. The cold start sounds really nice. The stock Giulia exhaust is 2.5 inches in diameter. The Remus exhaust is 2.75 inches in diameter. And then most other exhausts are 3 inches in diameter. Remus decided to go this way mainly because for a mix of performance and sound. The Remus exhaust does not come with any exhaust tips. So that was a thing that really stopped it from sounding really nice. Is because the Giulia has fake exhaust tips, so like the Remus exhaust is kind of traveling through the fake exhaust tips and then back again. I realized that I needed something to make the exhaust sound better, and even make my car look better. I thought to myself this might be a little risky because I wasn't sure, but I went ahead and decided that I was going to put quad tips on the Remus exhaust to see what it sounds like. I am so glad I decided to put the quad exhaust tips on because it made a hell of a difference. I'm exactly where I want to be now with sound. The cold starts are even better. The revs sound so much nicer. I get more pops. Just overall the sound is much better. I'm totally satisfied with the exhaust now. I have no regrets. You can think of exhaust tips this way. I know many of you have done this before. If you have your phone and you're playing music on it and you don't have access to a speaker, while the music is playing, you take the phone and you put it in a cup and you notice the music is amplified. That's the same way that the exhaust works with the exhaust tips. Now that sound is amplified. It sounds so much better. It sounds more throatier. It has a growl. I just love it. While I was at the shop, I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to tell them to trim some of the pieces off of the previous exhaust cover. But I ended up, I'm like, whatever, it doesn't look that bad anyways. If I want to later down the line, I can get an electric saw and trim that piece off. But it doesn't really bother me, and you can't really see it unless you're looking up close or you're, you know, eyeball level with the exhaust. The exhaust cover that comes with the Giulia can be popped off. So you just go behind the car and you unscrew the fake exhaust tip, and then you're able to pull off the exhaust cover. You don't need to cut it off or anything, but then there is that trim piece, like I said, that I forgot to tell them to trim. It doesn't look bad, so I don't really care. The exhaust tips, we needed to get short exhaust tips because the exhaust, the Remus exhaust was sticking out a little too far already. But then when we ended up getting the short exhaust tips, they still stuck out way too far. So we ended up cutting the exhaust tips from the back a little bit, and also we had to cut the Remus exhaust a little bit to be able to fit the exhaust tips on there better. It still sticks out, but it's not too bad. Also, if you currently have a muffler delete and a resonator delete, this Remus exhaust might not be that much louder than what you currently have. I'm not too sure. I haven't really compared both sounds. Even with the muffler delete and the resonator delete, if you move on to this Remus exhaust, you'll still see a difference in performance, and you'll hear probably a bit of a difference between what you previously had and this Remus exhaust. Also, there is zero drone with this exhaust. I know a lot of you ask about drone during low RPMs, high RPMs, highway, etc. I haven't noticed any drone sound with this exhaust. I didn't want anything too loud, mainly because I have a newborn. I didn't want to startle her, and then also my wife is not the biggest fan of super loud exhausts. So overall, the Remus exhaust, the Catback Open exhaust. I highly recommend it. If you're not looking for an exhaust that's too loud, like the other exhausts that are 3 inches in diameter, this exhaust will be perfect for you. And if it's still not loud enough for you without the exhaust tips, just add exhaust tips on there. You don't have to add quad exhaust tips. You can add single exhaust tips to go right in the place of the original ones, so you don't have to pop off the covers or do anything extra.